I'm Andrew Fleming, and this is Zoe Fleming, my wife, and we're Annie Fleming's parents, and we're from Batemans Bay on the south coast of New South Wales.
We've been with the Shepherd Centre in Wollongong and have done a lot of tele-intervention with Annie through the Wollongong Centre. Annie failed her newborn hearing screening test.
It was a bit of a drawn-out process initially, sort of failing a couple of the newborn hearing tests and then having to go to Sydney Children's Hospital for an MRI before finding it out, and so it was sort of a dawning on us gradually about what was happening. So it was a bit confronting the way that came about.
There is no other hearing loss, childhood hearing loss in our family, so we had no experience with hearing loss. We've got a lot of other nieces and nephews who are all hearing children, so it was a devastating time. We were really quite, taken back by it all. There was grief. Living in a small town, we don't see many children with hearing aids or cochlear implants. We didn't understand what she was going to be able to do, did we? I was going through lots of scenarios in my head that, do we need to move towns because, we only have mainstream schooling in town? Do we need to go to specialist care in Canberra or Wollongong? I didn't know if she could participate in sports and all of those sorts of things. So in a way, I suppose we were grieving for a life that was limited. There are no actual Shepherd Centre services physically in town. For us, our closest services were in Wollongong, which for us is about a 6-hour round trip. When we started with the Shepherd Centre, they offered us the services to be done through the tele-intervention, so online, and for us that was a no-brainer. We jumped at that idea. It was better than having to drive so far with little children. We've received all of Annie's speech and therapy through the iPad. Annie's therapists have been amazing at the other end of the camera and have really worked so well to get Annie's attention and to maintain it in these trying circumstances. The service delivery, I think, was on par with what you'd get face-to-face. So we did all of our sort of social skills through the internet. So there were the Confident Kids program, for instance, where we did have other children on tele-intervention popping up on the screen that Annie was talking to. In terms of speech and language and listening therapy, I feel we have given her everything that we possibly could, and I think it's on par with what the Shepherd Centre provides in person, face-to-face, in consultations. The Shepherd Centre was our lifeline in all of this. They taught us everything we know about hearing loss and how to support Annie.
We all have our problems in life. We all have our challenges. Being deaf is just my thing.
I was very proud of Annie today. My heart was just exploding just seeing her up there shining. The Shepherd Centre provided support, not only speech and language and the therapies, but I suppose taught us as parents how we can best support Annie, gave us the skills to give her the confidence and skills to function in a hearing world. There's no limits really on what she's doing at the moment. She's thriving at school, she's playing all sorts of sports, she's winning awards for a sport. Everything we know about hearing loss we've learnt from the Shepherd Centre. Every way that we can support Annie has come from the Shepherd Centre. It's a really accepting, welcoming organisation where there's no judgment, and it's all about let's see how we can improve things for Annie in her world. And for us, they've done an amazing job and she's thriving.